The Hagerman West Cemetery, established 1838, takes its name from Nicholas Hagerman, who was one of the Bursey settlers, and he settled on the farmland here. And this whole community at the corner of 14th Avenue and Kennedy Road has taken the name Hagerman Corners. So it was a Wesleyan Methodist congregation who established a church here, and they had a brick church until the late 1920s, when the Methodist Church joined with the Presbyterians in Unionville to create the United Church of Canada. And that's when Central United Church was established. But the names here are fairly common to this area. We'll find a lot of Hagerman monuments, Milliken, Hemingway, and people who settled in this particular area. Also related to this cemetery is one across the way called Hagerman East. It never had a church here, but was associated with the congregation up in Unionville. And you'll notice if you look across the way that Unionville is set in a valley. And here we are up at Hagerman on 14th Avenue. We're on the edge of the valley. And if you go through Unionville, you come up to the hills on the other side. But Hagerman Corners was an important service area for the agricultural community back in the 1800s. This is another cemetery. Different ethnic groups have purchased some plots here to be in this community, and you can see some of these stones here represented as the newer part. We have some interesting old stones over here that are of great interest. This Nicholas Hagerman stone, he died in 1902. The story of this monument is that this boulder sat outside his back door at the farmhouse. And every night he would go out and sit on it and smoke his pipe. So when they created this, then they created the stone, and many of his family are recognized around this quite large monument. This again is a unique monument with the cross here in memory of Jane Kellow, the wife of John Weber. Again, you'll notice that they have the Masonic symbol there at the bottom, and I believe this is a unique monument in the Markham cemeteries. I'm standing beside the monument for Nicholas Hagerman. Unfortunately, you can no longer read it, so let me read you the transcription from the Ontario Genealogical Society. Nicholas Hagerman died March the 16th, 1838, aged 56 years, 1 month, and 8 days. And it says on the bottom, friends nor physician could not save this mortal body from the grave, nor can the grave confine it here when Christ in judgment shall appear. So this is an original monument to our original Nicholas Hagerman. This monument is to Benjamin Milliken. It says born in New Brunswick, 1794, and fought at Queenston Heights in 1812, but died here at Hagerman. And this is part of the Milliken family that created the community of Milliken at the corner of Kennedy Road at Steeles. But his wife was a Hemingway. She was born 1801, died 1845. Quite a young lady at 44. But the Hemingways were another part of that very early migration here into Markham. One of the things in our cemeteries that we try to do when we sell plots is to encourage the purchaser to purchase cornerstones so they know where their plot is. And they are 6 by 6 stones with the name etched in it. And here we can have a look at, here's the name Rome. So there will be 4 of those. Here's the other end up here, which clearly delineates where their plots are, so that when we have to inter somebody, we know exactly where the opening has to go. So this is the Nicholas Hagerman Jr. house. When the original Nicholas Hagerman Jr., and this is one of the last remaining heritage buildings in the community of Hagerman Corners. So 14-year-old son Nicholas, who came with his father, became head of the family and began the strenuous task of carving a homestead from the wilderness. Years of hard work paid off in 1819 when Nicholas received the Crown patent for this land. So this is the house that they established, and when he died, the land was passed on to his 4 sons, and we still have the evidence of the contribution that Hagerman family made to our Markham community.